This is Sierra Northwest 1999 tactical shooter SWAT 3 Close Quarters Battle, a title that the developers put a huge amount of energy into to help create an accurate and realistic simulation, and they even consulted with the LAPD SWAT team, including its founder, Daryl Gates. What isn't realistic though is this upcoming Easter egg, as if you happen to take to the VIP detail mission set at the Ventura Hotel and immediately head down the stairs, you're supposed to head through the door, but instead if you crouch under the steps and use your lockpick on this wall, not only will you unlock a secret panel, but you will also reveal this secret passage. Next up, it's Monolith Productions' first-person shooter, Contract, Just Another Contract Killer, which is also home to an Easter egg that can be easily missed. You see, once you reach Chapter 5, Lunar Psycho, at one point you have to pass through the battery recharger room, and as long as you haven't got the in-game music blaring away, then you'll stand a better chance at hearing these weird sounds coming from this panel. And if you happen to look down, then you'll find a button can be pressed which will unveil a secret room and a rather strange looking character. Now we are taking a look at Coffee Stain Studios' Goat Simulator and their free MMO DLC. Yeah, you know, that fancy medieval adventure where you get to become a magician, a hunter, a rogue, a warrior, or even a microwave, apparently. Anyway, if you happen to venture to the northwest of the world, here you can break the bounds of the map and enter the secret server room. Where, unbelievably, by knocking over a few of the servers, the game will then fail to render any materials throughout the entire world. Knock over a few more and you'll be left with this. And then with one final charge, the game will completely crash. On the map of Chinatown, which was released as part of the Betrayal expansion pack for Battlefield Hardline, if you pass through the outdoor sea market and under the Southgate sign and step into this restaurant on the left and head out into the back courtyard, it is here where you can find a secret room and a dedication to the 1984 movie Gremlins.
Are these things real?
I told you, everything's real.
Amongst the frozen, harsh and hostile conditions on the planet of EDN3 in Spark Unlimited's Lost Planet 3, it is when you visit the fuel depot at White Canyon Junction early on that you can wander into this cave and find an entrance above you that cannot be reached until you have acquired the grappling hook, and when you can return to this location much later in the game, where upon finally gaining access to this secret area, you'll be greeted with this rather creepy secret. Yeah, It's a rather bizarre Easter egg, and if you wait around for a bit, then you can see those large red eyes were actually coming from a giant teddy bear that is hidden behind a wall of ice. And we can actually gain access to it by adjusting various developer commands, but unfortunately viewing the bear up close is still rather restricted. Next we are returning to SWAT 3 for 2 more hidden rooms, and the first is located at the training headquarters, as by heading down into the tunnel and shooting the first barricade on your left, you'll be able to join a bunch of rats at a secret dance party.
No dynamic!
While on the mission of rapid development set at the location of 12th and Figueroa, if you wait around for about 10 to 15 minutes, an aeroplane will swoop down across the city and destroy the fuel truck in the middle of the street, which in turn sets off a chain reaction and causes this pipe in the maintenance tunnels to fall down. And if you shoot this pipe and the one venting in the northwest corner of the tunnels, the wall here will eventually break down and reveal a secret room where you can enter the Matrix.
Deploy CS, clear. Keep it going. Bang and clear.
In Dragon Age Inquisition and BioWare's 2014 action RPG, it is when you reach the Frostback Mountains and the Fortress of Skyhold that you can discover a hidden area concealing an Easter egg that the developers did not expect to be found, and definitely not so soon after the game's release. But in order to see it, the game needs to struggle to load the interiors of certain rooms, and in this case I swapped to the integrated graphics card and turned all the settings up to Ultra to make this happen to the room located just to the east of the throne room, and where we can now drop down to a secret area and discover the Lord of the Pies Easter egg. Our final Easter egg today comes to us from Morlock and the creator of the Redemption 2 add-on campaign for Left 4 Dead 2, who created an awesome tribute to the Stanley Parable and even went as far as hiring Kevin Brighting, the game's narrator, to be a part of it, as by picking up this gnome during Chapter 1 and carrying him through to the beginning of Chapter 3 and plonking him in this fuse box as you do, will reveal this amusing secret.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to find the... Wait a minute. This isn't right. You're not Stanley. I don't recall there being any mention of zombie survivalists. No, this isn't right at all. Look, I think if you could go back the way you came, we can all get on with our own games. Go on. There's nothing else to see. Stanley was... Okay, now, are you just doing this to annoy me? Did Stanley put you up to this? Have you killed Stanley? It's because of the egg game, isn't it? Clearly, you're not going to leave until you unleash a few rounds of lead into something. Perhaps a zombie. Well, how's this? Go on, shoot it. It won't bite. Well, it might. Feel better? That seemed a little hollow. I suppose we could play the egg game, although somehow shooting buttons wouldn't seem challenging enough. Okay, let me rethink this. Got it! Just press the big button when you're ready.
Reloading.
Stanley, I mean the zombie survivalists defeated the horde and then escaped through the door to the left. They felt satisfied. They felt happy. All was well with the world.